Check 1, 2.
Go! Curious about real estate? Yes! Then you've come to the right place. Get the knowledge you need. Get over the fear and get started. This is the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show with your host, Michael Quarles.
Hello, everybody. Michael Quarles with podcast number 94. Today, we're doing the 5 questions sent in by investors like yourself. And remember, if you have a question, send it to support@bsffacademy.com. One more time, bsffacademy.com. Here we go. Question number 1. When sending out direct mail, how do you manage the incoming call messages so you don't let deals slip through the cracks? Are you putting all leads into your CRM? Well, it depends on what level of call volume that you receive. Now, we get about 100 or so calls a day, and everything filters through our systemization from inbound Outlook to inbound actual physical calls from Ring Central. Everything filters into our CRM program. If you're not getting that many phone calls, I would not use a CRM program. I would just simply develop an Excel spreadsheet, which is what our coaching students do. Is we have one for them that is formulated so they know when to call people back on certain days, and it works really, really well. So CRMs, I wouldn't spend the money. I know I spend probably close to $1,000 now on my CRM program, and that's just the monthly membership. Now, it does a lot of stuff. You know, we send out 29 emails through it. We can text message through it. We can do all kinds of stuff through it. That is follow up and follow through it with our prospects. It keeps campaigns running, so it reminds us to do certain things on certain days. So it's great for those kinds of things. But if you're not ready to run that marathon yet, I mean, you just got to, go start slow, run that first mile kind of stuff. And when you're ready, then get a CRM program. Question number 2. Would you recommend InfusionSoft right out of the gate if you're planning on mailing out a couple thousand pieces a month? Absolutely not. Question number 3. In one of the podcasts, you mentioned you had 17 advantages for doing subject to that you would tell sellers. Can you share some of those? There is a on the buysellfixflip.com site under blogs, there's actually a blog, and I think the 17 are there, or majority of the 17 are there. And great question. And you should know those. Those are real simple to know. They're all the objection handlers I could come up with for sub 2. Question number 4. We have a house under contract. Woo! I added that. Yesterday during the inspection, there were 4 holes through the front window. Yes, we had our for sale sign out on the front yard in a neighborhood where it could happen. I'm not thrilled about being on a property to do repairs. What's my option? So yesterday during an inspection, you found 4 holes through the front window. That means someone shot probably or threw something through and made holes in the window. You had a for sale sign on the front yard. It's in a neighborhood that you don't like being in. What do you do? What are your options? Call a window company. That's simple. Call a contractor, have a handyman replace it. One of the things we have to do at all occasions is on a weekly or daily basis, find those folks that do those things. Your screen company, your window company, your tile company, your floor company, your carpet company, your linoleum company, your roofer, your painter, your plasterer, your sheetrocker, your cabinet guy, your door hanger. All of those folks that are part of the rebuilding and reconstruction process of these houses. Call a window guy, send them out. They're not going to be afraid of the neighborhood. No one's going to go around shooting window guys. Let's hope not anyway.
Thanks for listening to Buy, Sell, Fix, Flip. We'll be right back. Are you running out of leads? It's time you tried Yellow Letters at yellowletters.com. Get motivated seller leads through yellow letters, postcards, zip letters, typed professional letters, greeting cards, door hangers, and business cards. Yellow Letters is a full-service marketing company created with your success in mind. Get the personal attention you need to get your direct mail campaign started and get in touch at yellowletters.com.
And we are back in 3, 2, 1.
Question number 5. Is it possible to indicate which piece from your Yellow Letter website you recommend as the best performer? It is not possible. And the reason for that is it's proprietary to myself and my coaching students. But the second best piece, and let's look at this from types of pieces. So if I look at postcards, postcard number 9, it's a small text postcard. And then there's a large version of that for the large text postcard. If we're looking at yellow letters, stick with yellow letter number 1. If we're looking at zip letters, which is on the website, the one that I use, it's the C fold. So that means it folds in the size of an envelope. And it has the return information that the person can return. Greeting card, any of the greeting cards that are for the month that the greeting is. So 4th of July is coming up, people. It's a great month to send out 4th of July greeting cards. Professional letters, I think it's number 12, but I may be wrong. Now keep in mind, I have my own branded professional letter that is not on the site. Apologize about that. Yeah, those are the things I would do. And on all occasions, making sure that you have business cards with you at all times, that's important too. In the reality, you can take anything from the Yellow Letter website, because they were all put there because they're performers. So they weren't shelf fillers. When you go to Marshall's or Ross or Nordstrom's, some of that stuff is just shelf fillers. They're just there to fill up the shelves so the place looks full. Well, we didn't do that with Yellow Letter. So none of it's there because we just needed it to look like we had more than we have. Everything there has a reason. Everything there, it's like the charm cards. Oh my goodness, those things work really well. Or the postcards where you put a picture of your family on it and you show some nurturing kind of prospecting that way. So they all have a reason, and you can't really go wrong with any of them. Here's what you can go wrong doing, though. Going wrong by cheapening what you send. As an example of that, if the postcard has red and blue and black ink, and I know colored ink costs more, it just does. And that means that black ink only costs the least amount of money. Don't cheapen your product or your message by going to just all black if it's supposed to have color in it. And there's another thing. Yeah, a yellow letter is yellow, written with red. And so don't cheapen it by going, I want black ink because black ink may be cheaper. And don't put it in a number 10 envelope if on your first touch. Now get this, we have the normal cream color, average looking invitation envelope. But you can get a pink envelope, which works absolutely fantastic. You can get a purplish looking one, which works great. Blue, green, orange, and I believe yellow. And then you can put artwork on the back of the envelope that looks like a child of yours doodled on it and made this cute little thing. And then, a lot of people will go to a standard stamp because it's more economical and more efficient from how many pieces get on the street kind of perspective. Well, don't cheapen it by not using the cancellation. Go ahead and pay the extra few pennies to have a cancellation put on that stamp so it looks normal. And so don't be too much of a tightwad by cheapening some of the things and causing lower performances. It's about impact, okay? And great questions today. I appreciate it. Hope I answered them well. Remember, coaching's going to be turned off here before too long. And if any of you are seriously thinking about it, get a hold of us and see if we have room still. And then also, I don't know if you noticed that the daily deals are now at the Academy site, bsfacademy.com. You sign up for the Academy site on buysellfixflip.com. You can see it where it says, if you go to daily deals, there'll be a sign up there where it takes you over to the other site. It gives you the password, login, that kind of stuff. And if you're a coaching student, you can listen to those daily deals. That's part of your coaching fee. If you're not a coaching student, it's just a small monthly fee to listen to those. But those things are very, very powerful, especially because they're live, they're real. It's the real deal, people, where we're really talking to sellers. We're going through our scripts. We're negotiating. We're renegotiating. We're renegotiating. And to listen to this stuff and to understand that, man, this is what I want to do kind of thing. You guys want to be an investor. Well, let's start listening to how it really works and what it really sounds like. Because as a coach, I can tell you, you do A, B, C, D, and E, F, G, and all that kind of stuff. And I can put it in kind of an order. But man, when you get to hear it, and almost what it feels like, man, that's so much more valuable. And so those daily deals are up there. We're going to do a daily deal a day, where we were only doing a couple or so a week, but we're gonna do a daily deal a day. And because we buy a bucket load of houses, it's friggin' awesome. I think I'm done talking, done rambling. I apologize. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show. Get more info and stay in touch at michaelquarles.com.